Next to Vitesse's first game under interim coach Edward Sturing, the club having decided last week to sack Henk Fraser, who was leaving at the end of the season anyway. That decision followed surprising back-to-back defeats against relegation-threatened Roda and NAC Breda and a run of 1 win in 7. The players' response, though, was emphatic. The first of 7 goals coming with just 65 seconds on the clock from Thulani Serrero, South African finally registering his first goal for Vitesse in his 26th game, a sign of what was to come for the Sparta keeper Yannick Huth, who couldn't do much about that in any case. Vitesse had surprisingly failed to score in their last 3 matches, but certainly made up for that here. The winger expertly passing the ball into the bottom corner from the edge of the box. A first for him since joining from Reading in January, and the kind of start Sturing could only have dreamed of. Their former defender, who played over 300 games for the club, has stepped into the breach on 2 previous occasions and been given the task here of ensuring they finish in the Europa League playoff positions. 1 more win will do it. Sparta had managed only 1 win in 23 meetings with Vitesse, and they never looked likely to change that in a one-sided game. The hosts adding a 3rd before half an hour had been played when Brian Linssen picked out Tim Matavs. The Slovenian looked concerned at first that referee Kevin Blom was going to penalise him, but he was denied a first goal of 2018 as the ball went in off defender Sander Fischer. But the goal stood, and Sparta's hopes of making up ground on Roda evaporated. From here on in, it became a matter of damage limitation. Advocaat had stated before the game he wished that Fraser hadn't been sacked, fearful no doubt of the kind of bounce that a new manager can bring. Nobody quite expected this reaction though, as they added 4 more goals in a dominant half-an-hour spell. Poor defending exploited by clinical finishing as Linssen helped himself to the 4th. Ryan Sanusi mistiming his jump. Navarone 4 setting up the winger for the first of his 2 in the game. Already the lowest scorers in the league, this result meant Sparta now also have the worst defence too. Matavs finally got his first goal in 2018 as Vitesse made it 5-0 inside the final 20 minutes, picking their moments to score just as easily as they picked out their passes. Sparta's defenders tried to step up and play offside, but Mason Mount's ball and the run of Matavs were too good. And that brought him into double figures in the Eredivisie, his best return for 5 years. It was becoming painful for the visitors, with plenty of time still to see out. Soon after, Thomas Bruns replaced 4, and less than a minute later, he was celebrating a first league goal since August. Linssen adding an assist to his tally as the midfielder swept his pass into the corner. Bruns hadn't started a game since February, but this was a timely reminder of how good he is at making late runs into the box. Kenneth Dougal unable to adequately track this one. And there's still plenty of talent to work with when Leonid Slutsky takes over from Sturing in the summer. Vitesse's biggest ever Eredivisie win was confirmed with the goal of the game from Linssen. A 13th for him this season, his most productive campaign so far. Quite a statement to make after their coach's departure just 3 days beforehand. Sparta have a key midweek match with NAC Breda, which could yet drag them to within 3 points of safety. Vitesse go to AZ.